3, 2, 1, and we are live. Welcome to the number one podcast in the Valley. My name is Ephraim.
My name is Ray.
And I'm Sunny.
And this is another episode of Undecided.
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 I hate you.
Freaking lame shit.
So late. I thought you forgot. I was like, yo, is he even paying attention?
Nah, just fuck with you.
Yo, you know what's been on my mind lately?
Social
media.
Right.
It's been on everybody's minds lately. Let's be real. Like, all of us are doing like 90% social media, 10% sleeping.
No, for real though. Especially with this freaking pandemic. That's all you got. It's the freaking your phone and or the computer or just devices in general.
Let's take it back a bit further. MySpace.
Oh yeah, MySpace.
Back in MySpace. Dude, I remember I couldn't have MySpace because my sister wouldn't let me have it till like the age of like 13 years old. And then I had to freaking like make my account, like I had to hide it from her. Oh, because she'd beat my ass if she found out.
I was the same with Facebook. When I made my Facebook, I was like hiding.
Yeah.
When I made it, I was too young to be. My mom wouldn't be okay with it.
Nah,
Damn.
for real.
Dude, for me it started with MySpace. Damn, I feel old saying that.
Yeah, I never had a MySpace.
MySpace ain't the same though. Like I went back to on MySpace and it's just completely different. It has to do like with I think music now. I have no idea.
Well, yeah. Well, a lot of artists popped off on MySpace.
Yeah,
no. I'm saying
Back
like the
then,
new platform now, it's just like completely different from how it was before. It's like it has my old pictures still, but it's like super weird.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think that's the reason why it's like that is because it was known for a lot of like up and coming artists. Like, a lot of the first like up and coming like internet artists came from MySpace.
You know, you want to know what MySpace taught me? Coding.
Yeah,
because like for some reason, like you had to like put in your URL, put a 01000, and like do all this weird stuff just so you could have a dope background.
Yeah,
like you had to go to one website, copy this, and do this, and do this, and then like all the forums would pop up. Bro, MySpace taught me coding.
Dude, MySpace Tom, the nigga that like invented MySpace, bro, he's set.
Oh, for sure.
He sold it at a good time too. He sold it before it started getting shitty. He sold it. He's.
But do you think he sold it like? Do you think he got shitty because he sold it, or
I can't remember the exact story, but he never really cared about it in the first place. He never really took interest in it in the first place. It was just something that he did. He just got rich off of it.
Because like after the switch, I feel like that's when it fell off.
Yeah,
like
after he sold it, that's when shit started hitting the fan.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's the thing about social media. Like, it's not going to go away anytime soon.
Nope.
And I feel like how MySpace used to be the shit back then. You know, like I think I'm just waiting for the new platform. Like, I wonder what the new platform is going to be. Like, is Twitter like still going to be Twitter? Like,
because
I also feel like
what did it go from?
Twitter.
It went from
MySpace.
No. Before that, the social media was like AOL, email, or stuff like that.
Chat rooms,
chat rooms and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I remember.
And then it
Messenger.
transitioned into MySpace, which was like popping, right?
Yeah.
And I remember for me, after MySpace, there was one more thing. It was like had to do something with Google. I just don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a big bust for them. And then Facebook popped off.
Yeah.
And then after Facebook, I want to say it was Instagram. Right?
I think so.
I mean, I remember when Instagram first came out, it was like popping, but like it wasn't
Everybody
like
just took pictures of their freaking damn food.
Yeah, it was like popping, but then it died off. Like it died off. Like I remember not that many people were using it, and then Facebook bought it, and then it just started popping off all over again.
Yeah.
And now I think out of all the platforms, I think Instagram's the biggest.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by far.
You don't think Twitter would be bigger?
No, I think there's more users on Instagram than there are on Twitter.
Yeah, I think so.
Look it up.
I guess that's true because if you think about it, if like you think of like age range and stuff, you can find people on Facebook. Well, when we were kids, from the age of 13 all the way like 85. If you think about it, that's kind of how it is now. Like you still see that vast range.
Yeah.
On like Facebook and Instagram, and then on like Twitter, it's mainly like teens and like early 20s, maybe 30s.
Yeah. Unless they're like a fucking journalist or some shit.
Yeah.
But I think by far Instagram has the most users, like daily users. I think by far Instagram has the most. You also can make the most money off of Instagram too and shit. And also like when it comes to like business and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people use like their business model off of Instagram.
I feel like that and Facebook. Facebook is the you can create a page for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can create a page for it on Instagram, but it's a lot easier to make a page on Facebook than on Instagram.
Okay, so based off a study and research and analytics off 2018, it says Facebook had 2.26 billion users. Right, that was the number one social media platform. Number two was 1.9 billion YouTube. we keep forgetting about YouTube because
YouTube, yeah.
technically it is a social media platform.
Yeah,
in
like
a
you can
way.
communicate with each
Yeah,
other.
you have to
and
create a
shit.
platform and like you can like message each other back.
You have followers.
So
Yeah.
Facebook, then
Likes.
YouTube.
Then YouTube, and then Instagram with
Instagram.
1 billion, and then WeChat with 1 billion, which is a
WeChat.
surprise because WeChat is something they use in like the Asian countries a lot. I know
Yeah.
that for a fact because of Higher Riser or Brother or whatever. Like remember when we used to listen to like Ichima and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's the only reason I know it because of that. Because on the, all their videos were just WeChat,
Yeah.
WeChat, and I'm like, what's WeChat? That's it. And then after that, it's Tumblr with 624 million, and then it's TikTok with 500 million.
Where's
Damn,
Twitter?
where's Twitter on there?
Twitter is second to last,
Damn.
329.5 million.
The TikTok's bigger than.
You'd be surprised, yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
WeChat and Tumblr is so
I'm surprised
WeChat.
TikTok. Well, I'm not surprised.
Hold on,
TikTok's
so
there.
WeChat, Tumblr, TikTok, Weibo, Google Plus, and Reddit are above Twitter.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
I could see Reddit, but
Yeah.
not like I didn't think. What's
Twitter
the
was
last
that
one?
bomb.
Pinterest.
Pinterest. Oh, all
That's
those
crazy.
Karens and Susans and shit.
All the
There's only
Karens
so
and-
many.
Right.
Exactly, dude.
That's freaking crazy. Damn.
No, but my
That's a
girl
shock.
loves Pinterest though.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that use Pinterest.
Pinterest, yeah.
Pinterest.
A lot of niggas use Pinterest too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe it.
Why are you looking at me like that? Like, this nigga looking at me like he wants to say that, like he uses that shit.
I do use it.
You use that
Yeah,
shit?
I use it,
What the fuck?
What do you use Pinterest for?
bro. You can find some cool stuff on there.
No, what the fuck?
No, for
I
real,
have
for
no
real.
idea. I've
You
never
can-
been on Pinterest.
I've
so-
only been on it, but I couldn't navigate it.
No, you know how I was
got tired,
introduced to
got frustrated.
Pinterest? Because I was trying to, I forgot what it was for, but my sister's like, yo, you should go on Pinterest. You can get a bunch of ideas on there. And I was like, nah. And then I went on there and she was right.
Really?
Like you can find a lot of ideas for like different creativity and stuff. Like anything from clothing, fashion, like music, anything. You just get huge ideas on there.
Well, that's why it's such a like a white girl fucking website. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like white people, especially like white girls, just love making shit. Like today, like this morning, like my girl slept over and like we're making breakfast and she's like, "Babe, you want to make syrup?" How the fuck am I making syrup, bro?
Right.
like
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, like
You want to go
I'm
to
like-
the trees to get their sap?
that's what I said. She's like, "No, you just gotta get water and sugar and maple syrup, whatever flavoring and blah blah blah." She's like, "Yeah, me and my mom and my sisters make it all the time." And I'm
The
like,
hell?
while she's telling me that, I'm like, that is some white girl shit. I'm like,
Hey, but if we're talking about our point, social media is being effective.
Yeah.
Like it's actually being effective. It's getting to people. It's making people get out of their circle, like bubble.
I don't
and
know though.
making
At the
them
same
try
time, I
stuff.
feel like it's more people getting into their own circle.
You
at
think
the
so?
Same time. Yeah, because I mean, when you like start your own profile with any social media website, you have to like and follow pages.
Oh,
and,
like
you know,
stuff that you like and
Yeah.
recommend it to you. Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the algorithms will recommend you. Same with YouTube of things
Yeah.
that you like to see. So you're kind of like within the same echo chamber. So I mean, it really depends on how you use it. But I mean, I only like seeing the shit that I like seeing on my timeline because I follow it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like if I don't like it, then I'm not gonna follow it or I'm not gonna engage into it.
yeah.
But-
I guess that's true.
I just know that like with Twitter though, it's not as live as it used to be. Because I remember in high school that shit was
Dude,
live.
that shit was popping.
That shit was live, especially when niggas were beefing and shit.
That shit ruined people's life.
Oh yeah, fuck. When Twitter was popping in high school, that was it, bro. I remember that shit. I love that shit.
There's
Yeah.
one specific person that always
Oh yeah.
was on it, whether he was a part of it, started it, or just wanted to like be in it for no reason.
But that's the thing, bro.
He knows what he's talking about. Where's the camera? Hey, shout out to you. You know what I'm talking about. My fellow Ecuadorian brother.
No, but we love that nigga. We love that
Yeah.
nigga. No, but with those beefs though, those Twitter beefs though, like you would get a lot of followers.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember seeing niggas like their follower count would go up after a Twitter beef. Easily. I remember I was beefing with someone on Twitter and I was like defending the girls, like the Timpview girls soccer team.
Yeah.
And I remember got a shit ton of followers from it.
Really?
Oh, for
Yeah,
real?
from the girls. Yeah, a lot of them started following me after that shit.
You never really hopped on Twitter like that, huh?
No, I've never. Yeah, like maybe 10 followers. Yeah, no.
Now Snapchat for this nigga.
Yeah, Snapchat, Facebook, or a little bit of Instagram, but
No,
yeah,
Snapchat,
and
and Facebook for this nigga. This
There's
gay
always
following.
three. There's always three things somebody always have. It's Instagram, Snapchat, and then like either Twitter or Facebook.
I don't even know about Snapchat.
You know,
I don't even know
Snapchat's like my biggest platform.
Snapchat, I think, fell off.
Oh, it fell off a while
Yeah, I
ago.
don't think people use because anything and everything you can do on Snapchat, you can do on Instagram.
Yeah,
It's weird for me when somebody comes up and like, you have a Snap. I'm like, what?
I find that really normal, to be honest.
Well, because you're used to using that platform like to your benefit. Like you like over the years, that's been your main platform.
His gay platform, bro. His gay following's on that shit.
No, for real, you do have a big following.
Yeah,
like,
I do have a gay following.
Hold on, time out. Great, tell us about your gay following.
This actually kind of leads into the topic that we're going to talk about. Are social networking sites effective, or are they just sophisticated means for stalking people? Yeah. Which is quite interesting. Like,
so
talking
these
about
niggas
it.
stalk you or what?
No, but like talking about it, it's kind of like if you post it on either Instagram, you can share on your Facebook story, you can share on your Snapchat story. Like people, like I have people that follow me that I have not added, and they can actually like stalk me where I'm at. Because if they live in my area, I mean, like for example, if I was like, I didn't know you, but I followed you on Instagram or Snapchat, and then you posted somewhere like in the park or something, like I know where you're at now. Yeah, and I can actually go ahead and stalk you.
Has nigga done that to you?
No, I know he's done that to me, but like they've like
you don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. What's the weirdest thing? What's the weirdest thing that one of them niggas has said or done to you?
Oh, said, done. Nobody's done anything to me. Said,
like they don't send you presents and shit.
Oh no, they've offered me to send. This guy offered me to buy me a MacBook Pro. No, I said yes. No, I said no. I can't do that. So that's weird.
Like Ray, send me free pics.
No, he wanted me some pictures of my armpits though. It was the weirdest shit.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Can't remember if it was a thing on Snapchat that they can see where I'm at. Mm-hmm. Or I mean, he knew my general. They know my general.
Like, oh yeah, because of the little like emoji person.
In order to do that, you have to actually add them back for them to look into your location. But because I was always on like back in the day, I was on Periscope and shit. Yeah. People would add me from there because I put my Snapchat on there. So I put my Snapchat on my Instagram, my Snapchat on what's it called, Tinder. And then people would just like message me like flying over, like going maybe like from California to like New York City or from like Texas to California or to Washington. And they'd always like Snapchat me with their like little Bitmoji over Utah, like hello, and say hi, right? But yeah, it's crazy. Like it is the platform on all social medias regarding of stalking. I feel like it's just gone like way deeper than actual stalking.
To go into that, like I had a situation not too long ago where there's like some random ass nigga hit me up, and that nigga, he added me on Snapchat. I have no idea who he is. Like it's his first and last name. Like he wasn't trying to be secret or anything. Yeah. And he hit me up. I'm like, who are you? And he was like, oh, I'm just, like, let's just say I'm a friend. Like, I've been seeing you around for a while now.
I think you're cute.
No, I'm like, what? And I'm like, what are you trying to get at? And he's like, oh, I'm like, let's just say, like, if you, like, let me know and I can, like, send you money and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, no, bro, I'm straight. Like, I'm not gay or anything. He's like, no. Like, it's not like, I'm not gay either. He's like, it's just like, let's just say, like, this is like, we have a really, like, friendly, like, friendship. Like, we have how do you say it? Platonic? Platonic, yeah, friendship and shit. I don't even know what the fuck that means. And I'm like, oh, fuck that shit. But he was like really adamant, and I'm like, and that's the thing. Like I looked at the because Snapchat tells you how they added you, like whether quick add or phone number or whatever. He added me by username.
So he knew your exact username.
Yeah, my exact username.
Platonic means of love or friendship, intimate and affection, but not sexual.
That's hella gay. I'm not doing that shit. And I told my girl about that shit.
Oh, for real? Yeah. That's crazy.
Not just like stalkers, but like, girls like that we're dating or like talking to.
I mean, girls can be stalkers too, though.
But here's the thing. No, they can't be stalkers. That's what I'm saying. Like, girls are very great detectives. Trust me, I know. I have 3 older sisters.
Yeah, girls are good at looking into shit.
They are great detectives, and especially if you have a social media like Snapchat and you have your Bitmoji turned on, they will know where you are and they'll hunt you down. They will.
Facts. Yeah, I remember this incident where I was going to my ex's house and she didn't want me to go, but my Bitmoji was on. And she's like, I know you're coming. Don't come. She got hella mad at me.
Ray stopped halfway. He's like, how'd you know?
That's hella funny.
I let him know too. I was like, bro, I know where you're at.
I always keep my shit off.
I've always. Yeah, I probably had it on maybe 2 weeks when it first came off. I was like, this is creepy. Why would I want anybody to know where I'm at?
Right.
Other than like, the app on, our iPhones that you can share a family. If you're not my immediate family, I don't want you to know where I am.
Yeah.
Like,
that's no, the second it had that update and I had that shit on there, I turned it off immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
I just don't like, and this is a thing too. Like, I remember back in the day when like Chody would get dropped off. Chody never let people drop him off at his house. He always had people drop him off like a block or two away. And like he wasn't trying to hide or anything. Like he was just like, I just don't like having people know where I live.
Yeah.
And like I like looking back on that in hindsight, I'm like, that was such a good idea. Like I just like as I got older, like I just realized like I don't like people like knowing like shit about me.
Yeah.
It's not like you're hiding anything. It's not like you got, shit to hide or whatever. It's just like if you need to know, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? If you
get to that level of trust, then you will know.
Yeah, exactly. You'll know. Like if you know, then that's because I want you to know. But if not, then like let's move on or whatever.
Yeah.
But with social media, I feel like it definitely takes away that level of privacy. And I was thinking about it like the other day too, because like watching Sopranos and shit.
I'll compare a lot. Bro,
it was a good ass show.
I'm telling you, everybody
show,
has to watch Sopranos.
It's a really, really good fucking show. But I was thinking about it, I'm like, I was born in 97, and I remember like the internet not really being prevalent when I was a kid, but like it was still there. I've never lived a life, and I thought about it, like I've never lived a life that doesn't have internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know, what it's like to not be able to contact somebody immediately or know where somebody is immediately, like anywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, like back in the day, it's like you had to like there was a level of like privacy. You know what I mean? There was like cushioning between people. But now with social media, all that's gone. And if you really want to dig deep into somebody, know everything about them, like you don't even need a private investigator anymore.
No.
Everybody leaves such a digital trail of what they've done or what they've been about for such a long time. You can learn so much about a person.
Yeah, find their birthday, their or where they're from, their pictures. Everything's on Facebook.
Everything.
You can literally find out somebody's whole history for the last 5 years just by looking at their pictures on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Easily. And to go to your point of like, is it really something like that a lot of like people are like using effectively or like stalker wise? I definitely think there's a huge population of just creepy ass people that are just doing it to stalk you.
Yeah.
Like there really is. Like it's sad to say, but if you think about it, in Facebook days, people were getting stalked heavily. And that's Facebook, where not as much information was given as like Twitter and Instagram nowadays. So think about all that information that these stalkers have now. That's just creepy to think about, especially for like, I have like nieces, that are like 17 and 18. And the thought of like somebody is able to like stalk them like that, it just like gives me the chills. And I'm like, damn, this is like, this is shitty.
I for me, and I'm not just saying this to like say my own ass or whatever, but like for me, I've never really been about that. Like I don't really like looking at people's profiles and shit. Like, like I've never really like been about that. Like I don't like looking through like like profile pictures and all that shit. I feel like girls like do that all the time though. And I don't know why, but they love doing that shit. They love just doing that shit. I don't know why.
They're great detectives.
Really good detectives. But I also, with the whole stalking thing, I kind of feel like the society's kind of leaning into it more, because now you have something like OnlyFans, right? Where like I feel like that's like the most like for like the sexual aspect of it, because again, you can cook and you can like make music, or you can like sew, and like you can have classes and shit, and that's like what it was intended for originally. But the vast majority of OnlyFans is for like the females and shit, right?
Yeah.
But that's like the most like imagine like if you had a friend and he was like subscribed to like 18 different girls.
I think you should rephrase it. It's by the women for the men, if we're thinking about it, because in reality, it's not women. Like I'm sure there's women selling it to other women, but majority of clientele is men.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it's like it's the most like the most like stalkish kind of thing. Like you're subscribed to somebody. Like you're not subscribed to a channel where they're like giving you content in the sense of like interesting information or like entertainment.
I guess call it entertainment.
Yeah, I guess you can call it entertainment, but it's a fetish. It's like it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You being subscribed to David Dobrik on YouTube is different than you being subscribed to a girl on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a
big difference.
The biggest difference, I think, is that, and the reason why it kind of has that more stalkish personality is because it's free to subscribe to David Dobrik. It's not free to subscribe to that girl. You got to pay for that shit.
That's true.
That's
That's
weird.
true.
Like what can we set like stalking to a standard to nowadays? Because again, like people like on Facebook, a lot of lawmen and women go on. If you find somebody cute, you press on their Facebook page, go look at all their pictures. Like it's kind of like the norm now. Compared to for example, like OnlyFans page, and the OnlyFans page too. Like you can say that they're stalkers, but the thing is like you're aware that they're doing this. So I'm like, are they actually stalkers if they're actually just like
and you want them to?
Yeah.
You want them to see
I
it?
think there's a line though. I think there's a line. There's a line because like the other day when that one girl added me, I didn't know who she was. Skimmed through her profile real quick, and I was like, "You guys know what this is? Nah, cool. No. Move on." You know, I'm pretty sure. I feel like that's normal. You know, trying to figure out who somebody is, just quick skim, cool.
Yeah.
But if you're like going in detail, going picture by picture, trying to figure out information, I feel like it's very stalkerish.
Well, it depends on how you go about it. I mean, like, there's a lot of people that go like I know some people that do it like just regularly, just go on Facebook. Oh, they found somebody attractive. They just go through the pictures and that's it. But there's a lot of people that do that. I saw in an interview, they interviewed like 100 people. Yeah. The majority of the people did that, and they thought nothing of it. It's like it was a norm. So
well, I think there's also kind of a thing like, I don't know, like I feel like stalking back in the old days, like you actually had to like put an effort into it.
Yeah, you had to go over there and walk over there. Like there's like a video, like a series.
No, like you had to leave the house. Like you had to rearrange your schedule. Like you had to learn their schedule. You had to like make the effort of not being seen.
It's a craft.
Yep. It's a craft. It's a weird craft.
Yeah, it's a weird ass.
But it's like you had to put an effort into it. You know what I'm saying? Like. But like with nowadays, it's like you could be at work and you could be stalking somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes. And then like for example, like how we're all in call centers, right? And then somebody pisses you off. I know so many of my coworkers that did this. Save their information, stalk them on Facebook.
Okay,
so they know where they live.
I've thought about doing that, but I've never done. Okay, this is the thing. There was this one girl that I was talking to, and she just had like she wasn't like, her voice wasn't attractive, but it was really, really weird. Yeah. So I'm like, I got to put a face to the name. So I looked her up and it was like, because I could see her address on the information and I saw her address and I saw her face. And I was like, she does not look like her voice at all. But that was it. And I felt super weird after that. I've never done it again. But there's a lot of people
I've almost gotten to the point when I worked at where you used to work at. I almost got to the point because this one guy cussed at me. And he just cussed at me, and I was like, "Look, man, I'm just trying to help you." And I was so pissed that I was like, "All right, I'm gonna take down his name, look him up on Facebook." And then as soon as I started typing this, I was like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Yeah, look, you kind of feel like dark. You know what I'm saying?
Feel weird.
Yeah, I feel weird, but at the same time, it's like I think about it. I'm like, for me as a person on the other end of the phone, it's like I'll have like people yelling at me, like, you know, being disrespectful and shit.
Yeah,
but I'm like scrolling and I see like their social, I see their address, I see their phone number, I see like where they work, how much money they make.
You don't get me, man.
Yeah, exactly. And like I thought about it, and I'm like if there's like the only difference is I'm on this side of the phone. Like why should I would it make sense for me to be so rude and disrespectful to somebody who literally just a click away can look at all my personal information?
Yeah,
like there's so many people
and they know nothing about you. Your name is Brandon.
Yeah, they know nothing about me at all. Nothing about me at all. And it's like you could technically like go back to the call recording or whatever, but it's like how would you even pinpoint it back to me? You know what I mean? Like, you have other creditors, you have other lenders, you have other blah blah blah. You know, you have other people who are exposed to your information. Yep. But it's kind of like people who like work with fast food and stuff. Like I've never been rude to a fast food worker because that fucker's making my food. Yeah. So why the fuck would I be mad? Like why would I be?
I don't want to spit on your food.
Exactly.
Yeah. And there's another incident at my work too. This girl, right? I guess she thought I was cute. She's gonna watch this too.
Oh, is it who I think I know who it is?
I appreciate that.
Oh, I know who it is.
Nah, so I've never seen her before. Like she told me, like, because we've hung out before, like recently. Well, we've been seeing each other.
I know. But
what's called? She told me back then, like, we used to work at the same place, right? And she said, like, yeah, like I sat by you this one day. I'm like, I don't remember you. Like, the whole entire time, I don't remember you. She's like, yeah, I want to know your name. So when you left, I went to your desk and got your name and searched you up on Facebook. Like, oh shit. Right? That's like, people do that, you know.
No, people do that shit.
It's crazy.
I think stalking. Even though it's changed, I still feel like the line is still the same in the sense that if it gets to the point where someone feels like their life's in danger or they got to get a restraining order or something, like that could be in place. Yeah. But I mean, it's definitely a lot more apparent now because I think you don't have to go through as much effort as you did in the past. You know what I'm saying? So
And it all depends on how you have your like, especially if you're on social media, you have to have your settings in a privacy mode. And even if you're on privacy mode, I mean, you're to an extent, I mean, you're still having your profile pictures up. And then if you want all this talking to stop, you can't have social media at all because people will take your photos and then they use them for to troll people on like Tinder, or things like that.
That I was gonna say that a lot of people do that. Like for example, the other day, I matched with this girl on Tinder, and I was like, "Yo, this girl's cute." Got Snap, right? And I went on it, and then her profile was like, "Yo, fave to be on Prive," and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, what's your Cash App?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "So you can get in the private app." I'm like, "I'm not paying for you. Like, I'm not paying to see nudes of you. Like, I don't do that. No. That's weird."
I never got that.
Wait, but that's not where the story ends. Later, I ended up downloading TikTok. This girl that I matched with, it was catfish. Right, so somebody grabbed this girl's picture and videos, created a whole Instagram and a whole Snapchat, and catfish.
I know.
So that's creepy. I feel like that's another form of like stalking, but like reverse stalking.
Well, no, I think it's just a play, to be honest, because I know a lot of niggas have done that shit. Like the younger niggas, like
that was weird.
Like not like not my generation, but the generation below me.
He's like, I done that.
I've never done that shit. I don't think I'm creative enough. But like,
no, but that thing's been like on for like since.
Yeah, niggas been doing that shit.
That's been
that's definitely.
Has it been more relevant now? I feel like because I mean you have accessibility to all those photos and famous people. I mean,
well, yes and no, but I also feel like it's a lot more easy to point out. You know what I mean? Like it's easier to point out a faker profile than it did back in the day. Because like when people have real profiles, like it's pretty obvious. Like you see like mutual friends, you see how many pictures you have, like they have, see how many posts they have, like
how good the quality of the picture is, and so on and so forth.
You'll see like a lot of catfish ones is like a lot of recycled pictures. So like the resolution isn't as clear. There's not that many posts because they're not going to put the effort into posting all the time. You know what I mean? There's not that many pictures. They got to catch
like the dumbest people on there.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's subjective to all, but I don't really feel like if you were to be like catfish back in 2007, I feel like that would be a lot more like prevalent than if you were to be catfish nowadays.
It's funny how I said the dumbest people.
Fucking bitch! I've never been catfish.
No, I was talking about here because you got catfished.
Oh no,
dude, no, but some people do it are very good at it. That's the thing.
No, time out. No, remember that? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Hey, remember that shit?
Wait, which one?
What that one nigga
that
did
one
that
girl
shit?
Up in Salt Lake. Yeah.
I wasn't there, but I remember.
Wait, which one are you guys talking about?
I wasn't there.
You were with me, right?
What happened with that?
Oh, never mind.
No,
this is why I don't like Tinder and stuff like that. This is why I hesitate to ever download it. Because I download it for like a week and I'm like, I'm over it. I can't do it. Like, I just don't like it. Because like the last 2 times I've done it, I've been catfished and I'm like, I just can't do this. I'm not saying I'm the best looking guy either. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, why?
Yeah.
You go up and you're just like, why do you have to lie?
No, I remember when we was living in LA, it was me and Vester. And like the first few months that we were out there, like we weren't getting pussy and shit. Well, because we don't fucking know.
They were just grinding.
Like we weren't getting pussy and shit. And so like and there's a lot of catfishes out in LA and shit. But I
remember I went out there. I got catfished hella hard.
It's easy to get catfished out there. And I remember fucking Vester fucking matched with this one chick, and she actually seemed pretty real.
Oh,
and shit.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then like I remember like she was like responding like really like consistently at first, but then as like she wanted to meet up and everything, and like it was like getting pretty real. And Vester's like, yo, like I'm gonna go meet up with this chick, but I need you to come with me because like obviously, you know. What I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm down. And so then like the text started slowing down and everything, and she sent an Addy to like some sketchy ass address to like all these like sketchy ass apartments and shit. And then I remember she said like, oh, like you got like, it's like, yeah, I want to meet you, come inside, blah blah blah. And I'm like, Investor's like, all right, I'm about to go inside, like just stay in the car. If I'm not out in like 20 minutes, then blah blah. And he's about to go. I'm like, bro, don't go. He's like, why? He's like, she wants to link up. I'm like, nigga, then have her come out here, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's like, no, bro.
He was like, I'm deprived.
Yeah, no, that nigga was just, I don't blame him though. I don't blame him because we weren't getting like the same thing with me. But it was like, I remember me and him had like we were like a screaming competition. Like we were yelling at each other, bro. And I'm like trying to beg this nigga not to go. He's like, no, bro. I gotta fucking. He's like, bro, I told you, nigga. If I'm not out in 20 minutes, come in, bro.
Yeah, come get me.
I'm like, bro, I don't even know what the apartment is, like the apartment number and shit like that. But
all over Tinder.
All over Tinder and shit. But I mean, I don't blame him because, the same situation almost happened to me and shit.
And here's the thing. going back to when the girl's like, oh, pay for the private snap, like send me your cash app. Here's the thing. Let's be real. As teenagers, we all watch porn. Am I saying go watch porn? No. But as little kids, not little kids, but like let's be real. As teenagers, I don't know one guy that hasn't, or has been curious.
Or if a nigga said he hasn't, that's some bullshit.
No. And here's the thing. If you found out one of your homies was paying for porn, you joke him.
Yeah.
You roast the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But now people are paying $15, $20, $30, $50 to watch one girl.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, come on.
Yeah.
That's just, to me, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I would never pay to see a girl's nudes ever. But that's just me, Everybody's different, but I'm not the one.
I'm not the one.
Don't
Well,
come
remember that one chick, Bella Daphne or whatever, Bella Daphne. She's like some like cosplay girl and shit like that. She's all like, she's very like kawaii and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Well, like she's one of those girls. She is like the ultimator of like OnlyFans and shit. Like she was like has like the biggest or one of the biggest like followings like ever. Like so many guys follow her shit to the point where she sold bathwater. This was like last year or 2 years ago.
God.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I heard about that.
Yeah, she sold her bathwater.
sick.
Yeah, she sold her
That's so
bathwater for
nasty.
like $40 a bottle or some shit.
That's crazy.
And niggas, well, it wasn't meant to be drinking.
I know,
but obviously
I know.
niggas drank it. They got
For,
sick and shit. But she sold out. I don't know how many bottles she sold, but she sold out within like 5 minutes.
That's
Dude, this shows you how like freaking guys are just like thirsty,
Yeah.
literally.
I feel
Yeah,
like
girls do that
that's kind of a level of stalker-ish.
Yeah,
But that's like kind of the point of it,
yeah,
though.
that's the point. That's how
the
they
kind
make
of
their money.
That's how
Yeah.
they make their money. Like you have to, like if you're an OnlyFans girl, like you have to go after like the niggas who are like deprived,
Yeah.
who are like desperate, like who like are willing to pay for that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like they have to have like a fetish stalkerish like personality. Like
Yeah. So if we're going back to the point you guys were saying, like, so does that mean that the bar has been lowered for stalkers then? If you think about it, because if they're going based off knowing that these guys are kind of like stalkers and they're super obsessed and deprived, doesn't that mean we've technically like lowered the standard of what a stalker is?
no, I feel like if there was like an OnlyFans back in the 70s, I feel like that would have been popular back then too. Like I feel like if there was, I think the benefit of like an OnlyFans is it's kind of like the reason why niggas get like pocket pussies that are molded from like porn stars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're a guy that like watches a lot of porn and you have like your own favorite
Yeah.
porn star, like you kind of like build like you kind of like make your own little like personal relationship with them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see that.
Hold
And-
on, sorry. Nothing.
No, well, it's like what I'm saying is like this is what I'm saying. Like when you have like a girl, right? Like you are the only one seeing under that
Yeah.
shirt.
No,
or
I
in
get
that pant.
what you
know what I'm
mean.
saying?
I get what you mean to that part. For me, it's just hard to comprehend because I'm not the one. Like, I'm not the one that's gonna like be curious about like paying $5 to look at this girl's like
Right.
stuff.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Like, I get exactly what you mean, but it's a little bit hard for me to comprehend just because I've never had that curiosity of wanting to do that.
no. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I think like every guy or every person kind of has like goes through that. Like when I look at my girl, like I know I'm the only one that sees under that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the same like thing about like me when I see like girls on Twitter, like on the timeline. Like I feel like seeing like nudes and shit of women like is not as like exciting as it used to be. And I'm not saying that because like I'm in a relationship, obviously, but also like even before then, it was like back then, like if you wanted to see nudes, like you had to be slick about it. You had to be cunning. You had to have game. You had to have game. You had to have charisma.
You had to
and
be
shit.
rich. You had to be. I know how Mike Tyson. I remember back in the day. I saw this in I think whose podcast, but he said back in the day he'd actually the old nudes because you know how you had to get it on Snapchat. You had to people send him fan letters, and they sent like legitimately pictures of them. Pictures of nudes to the women.
Like
Really?
actual like the
Actual,
ones that
like,
they would do like the
pictures.
1 hour photo out like the disposable
with, like,
camera.
Oh, and the
stuff.
envelope and
Yeah,
shit.
the envelope. That's how they used to
Oh.
send nudes back in the day. Imagine
That's
that.
crazy.
That's crazy.
That's in the mail.
Right?
But that's what I'm saying though. It's like I feel like with the women and stuff, it's like that layer of that privacy and secrecy is gone.
Yeah.
Except unless you have a girlfriend or if you have a subscription to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You kind of get that layer of privacy again, and like you kind of like may feel like not entitled, but you kind of may feel a little bit prideful in the sense that you're seeing what others aren't able to see. Does that make sense?
I mean, I
Like,
guess you can see
I don't have a
way.
subscription, so I don't know. But
No, I get what you mean
that.
because when I've come across like a profile where I think a girl's cute and I click on it, you can always see that they have like little teasers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as you see it's like click on link and it says OnlyFans, I'm like,
No,
nah.
I ain't about that.
no, I've seen like accounts on the timeline and shit, like just scrolling through, and I'll see like girls posting nudes and shit, and they'll like have like it's like full on nudes, like they're full on naked, you see everything, and then like they have like click on the link, it's an OnlyFans link, and I'm not like you're not doing this right.
No,
Like why the fuck? Like why would anyone subscribe to your OnlyFans if they can see your nudes like right here? Anyways,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just some girls
And
that
some
don't do
people
it
are
right.
just not smart about it. I remember somebody asked me, I already told you about this. Somebody asked me wanted me to send him pictures of nudes
How many
like-
how many followers do you think you have?
that are gay.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
They have like a little community.
There's a little community
A little
now.
fan club and shit.
No, I have no idea, to be honest. I mean, I'm not like super rude to him. I mean, I'm genuinely a nice guy unless you like send me some like really like
A
really
dick pic.
gay shit.
Like a dick pic.
Like a dick pic or like like a guy's ass. It pisses me off. I don't like that because I went off on a guy that did that to me, and I have gay friends. They talk to me like, I mean, they talk to me in a flirtatious way, but I like, you know, I joke around with them. I don't take anything serious. But if you don't like if you send me shit like that, no, I can't do that. But anyways, going back to like the OnlyFans thing, man. Like I wonder, like if I did, how popping would I be if I?
Hella conceited.
No, I'm just playing.
Here's the thing.
No,
bro. Here's the thing. If this guy,
how many subscribers
no,
are like?
here's the thing, Ray.
Maybe
if you created an OnlyFans, I don't think I could talk to you anymore. I really don't.
Like, I think you'll have a pretty good account.
No, he
but it would
would.
be gaining.
No,
it would
would.
be gaining.
Yeah, it would be. Nah, I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
Yeah,
Nah.
I mean,
My link.
If we're going back to the privacy thing and stalkers thing, if you think about it, when you have like a big following or like people that are celebrities or like high influencers, they kind of signing up for this and like doing this podcast stuff, we kind of give away that privacy and we're like,
oh yeah, you put yourself in the public sphere.
we automatically do. We get judged. We're gonna get like ridiculed. We're gonna get good comments, bad comments. At the end of the day, like when you decide to step in the world of like entertainment or something, part of your contract, which is not really a contract, it's you don't have privacy anymore. You really don't.
Yeah.
Unless you're like living in the middle of nowhere where nobody knows where you are and you have your time, you really get kind of you're gone. Your privacy's gone.
That's how I kind of feel like the whole like I've always thought about it. Like if I ever became famous, like I wouldn't post any pictures of like my mom and like or my family or anything like that. Not because I'm ashamed of them, but it's like when you post something online, it's in the public domain. Like it's up for grabs. People can do whatever they want with it. There's no authority. There's no like, you know, like there's no police or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't want people to ridicule you or something about you or your friends or your family, then don't post it online.
Yeah, that's especially really hard if you're famous, like, because again, everybody, the paparazzi, so everybody's trying to take pictures of you, trying to know like your scoop and shit. But do you know who's been like really good at keeping this shit low key? I feel like Drake's been really good.
Yeah.
Like, he keeps his shit low key.
I was gonna say Nav.
But he's not nearly as famous.
But
as
Drake. He's big though.
I know he's big.
Yeah.
Like Nav is like when we were doing that celebrity tier, he's probably like a B+ celebrity.
No, I know, but I'm saying like if you're still that big of a celebrity, even that big of a celebrity is still gonna like not want to post stuff like you're saying.
No,
I feel like Nav's a really good artist. That I don't really know anything else about Nav other than his albums. Other than that,
like his music,
I don't really know anything other than that. But other artists, like you hear their music, you hear all these things about them. But when it comes to Nav, for me in mind, that's who comes in mind for me.
Yeah. No, but I agree. I think Drake definitely has kept it for how famous he is. Like we didn't even fucking know he had a son.
No.
Like for the longest time, we didn't even know he had a son.
The only reason we know is because fucking Kanye dropped the ball.
No, not Kanye. Oh,
yeah, it was Kanye.
No, he dropped the ball to Pusha.
Yeah.
But
part of the Sopranos.
That was crazy. But going into the next thing, online dating in regards to what it means now. Is it more important to does it mean more to be dating someone online now or to be dating someone in real life back then, or vice versa, or if not vice versa, but
I think it depends, because if you think about it, back like when we were younger, people still did online dating. they have long distance relationships. They would like have a
I don't know,
relationship.
I
but
I'm
not
talking
even
about like
meet.
when like our parents though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like with parents?
yeah. Well, I feel like nowadays. Well, like I'm just saying like the differences between like meeting someone online and dating them, or meeting someone in real life and dating them. Because
What do you mean, like meeting them, like for example, like on Tinder and then meet up there, or actually like meeting on like a real life situation? Like, oh, I met somebody in college. Are you talking about that?
Yeah. With, or just in general. Like, I know this person because I met them online, or I know this person because I met them in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I see that.
I feel like for how digital things are today, I still feel like meeting people in real life is more relevant than online dating, to be honest.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I mean, especially how the times are right now. Like, you can't meet anybody in real life, especially in these times right now.
You mean
Tinder,
like coronavirus and
yeah,
stuff?
with the
Well, yeah, but
but like how you're saying before the coronavirus. I mean, I didn't look into statistics. I can see if it was a change, especially with like Tinder and things going on. I mean, to be honest, it really depends, because I mean colleges are pretty big. I mean that's a big way to meet people, but also depends on how kids nowadays are actually. I feel like they're real antisocial. So I mean they wouldn't. I don't know. It depends on the kind of person you are as well. But I feel like kids are more like me personally. I don't go out to women. I am very shy to talk to girls, but I like if it comes to like Tinder, I can just message them and then like break the ice and then meet them in real life. I feel like that's a little bit better for me, and I need to change my ways. But I don't know how people are. It's very, I guess you could say, subjective.
I don't know. I feel like people still meet each other like in school.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Work. For me, I'm kind of the opposite of you. For me, it's kind of hard for me to like pop a conversation or anything over like messages and stuff like that. But in person, I can definitely pop off a conversation, and I can definitely connect with somebody more than on like through DMs or whatever.
Oh no, and I'm not saying like for me to like come up to somebody, it's a lot harder for me to do. Like I'm very I'm very bad at texting. Like you know this, all our friends know this, because I'm a horrible texter.
You don't use text, you use Snapchat.
I use Snapchat. But either way, I'm bad at both. But like for example, like if I were to meet somebody, talk to him over Tinder, I'm like my conversations are really dry because I just don't know how to converse over the phone. But my initial way to get to you is kind of like to get to know you is through Tinder, because again I'm very shy to talk to somebody over the in person. But after I get like we make a set date to go like go longboarding or go meet up, and then I can show you who I am after that. That's just me personally. I just
so
open up that
you're
way.
saying that for you, the first initial connection, to a sense, you'd rather do it online over like a social media platform versus in person.
Yeah, it's because I'm just like too shy of a guy. You know, I'm just like I'm just really awkward when it comes to like the beginning phase of just getting to know somebody and like kind of fear rejection in a way.
Yeah.
So, but I know it's kind of something I have to get used to. But I feel like the kids nowadays are kind of like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the statistics on that.
Oh, I feel like for me,
have you ever gone up to a girl and just asked her for a number?
Nah, yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like it's like
yeah, it's
hard.
weird, huh?
Yeah.
I bet like back in the day that was like common as fuck.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Well, like the thing is like also like girls are just also really confusing in this sense, because like girls, like so many times have girls told me like, oh, like what happened to the good old respectful days where guys would come up to you and ask you for your number and then take you on a date. But also at the same time, like girls hate when niggas do that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I mean? Though, like I like the same girl that will tell me that she would like it when a guy will come up to her and ask her on a date is also the same girl that like if I'm like at a party with her and then like a guy comes up and says hello, but oh my god, he's so creepy.
I also
Right?
think it depends on the scenario.
Yeah.
Because if you're at a party, like it's like we were talking about last podcast, guy to girl ratio at parties is usually more guys than girls.
No, for sure.
And if you have 30 guys coming up to you, you would get kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
You know, you would get pretty annoyed. But like, let's say you're out having like lunch or something, or you're at the mall or somewhere, and a guy comes up to you, I feel like that'd be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because for me, I can go up to a girl, I can go up to her, start a conversation, ask her for her number, because I've just been used to that. That's just how I've always done it. But when you like, and if like for example, like if it's like somewhere we're out eating, I can do that. But if we're at a party, you can just tell they're not going to give you the number. They're not going to give you their Snapchat. And if they do give you something, it's not going to be the real one because they're just annoyed of how many people are coming up to them.
I actually have more confidence at a party than at going, like, for example, at the mall. If I see somebody cute, I have more confidence. It's because like I'm around my boys.
You know why?
Why?
Because everybody's drunk.
Because this nigga does his magic trick.
Everybody knows.
Everybody does be on my
When Ray would be at a function, Ray would walk around and start rubbing his hands.
It's
and
like,
shit.
I'm ready for the hunt.
It's like Ray. He's like summoning his genie.
No. But like, yeah, like at a party, I'm more energized and more confident. Especially with like when I'm with my boys. But if I'm like at the mall with my boys, it's just kind of weird. It's just like there's a lot of people like seeing me. I feel like that's why I get shy. But I don't know.
For me, it's I've gotten to the point where like, well, not gotten to the point because I'm with somebody now.
Yeah.
But before, like, I was at the point where like I didn't really like talk to females unless they hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it never really was worth it to like.
Conceited?
Nah, bro. It's just shoot and miss.
Yeah.
So it was like, for me, it was like I don't want one come off as creepy,
Yeah.
and two, it's like I don't want like I feel more confident and I feel more like energized to even try if I know that like they're interested in me by hitting me up.
Oh,
You know
no,
what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I get that. But then like on Tinder and just like social media, it's just kind of hard for them to do that because they always want you to make the first step. And then when you make the first step, if you don't do it the right way, then they won't message you back. That's what I'm saying. Like when I do it online, I'm very boring when it comes to text conversation. But like in real life, I'm very enthusiastic and more fun. But I can't portray that.
Well, I think some females like it that way. Like they like some females kind of like it when you're like kind of dry in conversation.
Yeah.
I've realized like I feel like back in the day, like when I would be talking to a female, if I was like really like if I seemed really interested, then like the conversation would die out faster.
Yeah.
But if I was like kind of drier or like I wasn't responding as fast or like I was short and shit, like the conversation, there's a lot more to the conversation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's different for every female, but I get what you're saying though.
The prowl, the hunt.
The hunt, the hand.
No, but also like for me also like like I don't like hitting girls up and shit. But it's just ironic because like with my girl, I actually had to hit her up.
Was it through social media?
Well, like I met her in school, but we never talked at all or anything in school. And then it was crazy because like we started talking through Tinder, but like
Oh, so y'all met on Tinder.
well, that's the thing. Like we knew.
Oh yeah, y'all know each other.
Yeah, like we already knew
officially,
each other. Yeah, like we like.
But what sparked it was Tinder.
What sparked it was Tinder, but it was like
Tinder making things happen.
no, but
Sponsor
it was like,
us.
but that was like, but the thing is, like, by the time that we matched, I already swiped right on her, like probably like 4 or 5 times before.
Oh shit!
Oh, damn.
But she didn't swipe right.
Back.
Yeah, she didn't swipe back. And then like for some odd reason, she like I even remember it too. I was walking in my hallway, about to like walk into my room, and I got the notification. And then like she matched with me and shit, and then I like messaged her first and shit.
Yeah.
And then like one thing led to another, but
Uh-huh.
like that's like for like how much I don't like doing things like hitting girls up online and shit. Like that's how I'm with my girl now. That's why I like hitting up a female online.
Well, I definitely would say like the last 2 girls I've been talking to, I met them because of social media. Because one was the girl I was just talking to not too long ago. I connected with her through social media. And then the girl before that was through social media too. So I feel like everybody is starting to being like kind of forced to transition to that into like connecting with people through social media to actually start dating.
Yeah.
And I saw a statistic on a video on a TED Talk where for example, for people that are still single on either on dating sites, tend to be the ones that are very dry and write brief descriptions. The one that actually what's called that actually find a significant other are the ones that actually go into and put like a lot of emphasis on either the bio and their pictures and things of that sort.
Like
and
they give a fuck.
Yeah, they give a fuck, exactly.
Like they're trying to sell themselves.
Yeah, but the reason why is because I guess they ask those individuals that are single why they don't write more is because they portray themselves like their fear of rejection is it's more relevant, you know.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like those dating websites don't work. Like Match.com or Plenty of Fish, like those kind of ones. Like we have that.
Wait, what?
Like those dating websites. Like I don't feel like they work.
I've never heard of that.
Well, you've never heard of Match.com. You never heard of Match.com or
No.
Plenty of
I've
Fish?
I never heard Plenty of Fish.
Well, they're just like the ones, or like FarmersOnly.com or Black People Meet.
Farmers
I've
Only.
heard
What
of-
the
I've heard
hell?
of-
Yeah.
I've heard of
super.
You've never heard Farmers Only?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of-
FarmersOnly.com.
I've heard of Black People Meet.
Yeah, but like those websites are specifically designed just for dating. You know what I mean?
I didn't know
Specific
those
like
existed.
those specific like people like there's a Chispas just focus on like
Chispas, that's for like
Yeah,
straight
for, like,
Latinos.
Or like
then,
eHarmony. You've heard of eHarmony.
Yeah.
Mutual for the
Mormons
LDS
and
community.
shit.
Mormons.
It's crazy.
But you guys know what the funny thing about eHarmony is?
Oh.
The guy who invented eHarmony, his wife left him for a guy that she met on eHarmony.
Shit.
Damn, that's crazy.
What a
Yeah.
bitch.
For real. I mean, he's the one that made the eHarmony. I'm pretty sure he's getting a fat check off of that. But
Well, guys, I think that wraps it up. This is another episode of Undecided. My name's Ephraim.
my name's Ray.
And I'm Sunny. Peace.
Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe. Hit
Peace.
that notification icon.
Peace. Peace.
Bye bye.
Peace.